I mean, I haven't seen Tom since high school, let alone talked to him. And now we're on this like weird date, I guess. Oh my god. Did you know that we actually used to date? Like we were boyfriend and girlfriend as kids. But like, I mean, we're kids. So it was kind of like we were across the street neighbors, and we went to school together, and then we'd walk home together and like play together after school, and we were fine. We were like in the kidlit friend zone. It was cool. And then one day his mom goes and ruins it all. She said to Tom, "Why don't you invite your girlfriend over for dinner?" Lady, please. So we turned bright red, and I knew it was up to Tom. Like he could either be like, "She's not my girlfriend, we're never talking again," or we could go with it, and we did. So I don't know, it was probably the easiest relationship I've ever been in. Like I didn't have to change to be with him. I didn't have to try to impress him. I could just be me, and he could be Tom, and he was so much fun when we were kids. I mean, he was always planning something and doing something and inviting me along and teaching me and having the patience to be with me, and it was amazing. And I don't know, I guess that's why I had such a big crush on him back then, because he was just so smart. I love you, buddy. Oh my gosh, I remember this one time. We were building a tree fort in my backyard, and my dad had given me some scrap wood from a project he was working on, so we decided to add on a little deck to our tree fort. So we made a team effort. I got snacks, while Tom did pretty much all of the construction. But I was happy, because I was here, I think. Yeah, so like 20 minutes in, Tom jumps out of the tree fort, and I figured, it means he's done. So I went to test it out. So, like a regular person, I could have done a little toe dip. No, not 11-year-old Charlie. I took a running start, and I jumped right onto it. And the funny thing was, I mean, like a good carpenter, Tom was actually going to check his work before he nailed it down. I know. So, I obviously fell. And I think I broke every piece of wood on the way down. But luckily I was fine. I mean, it was like 1.5 meter drop, but that I wasn't even thinking about that. I mean, Tom was my best friend, and I know that any boy that age would have like ripped my head off for what I did. So I waited. I figured I have about 6 seconds before he just yells at me and our friendship is over. So I waited. 5, 4, 3. He was there. He wasn't yelling yet. He was waiting. The anticipation was building, and I was like, oh my god, just do it. He didn't. He just started asking me if I was okay, if I needed anything, if he could get my mom, and they did not get along, so I was very surprised. And I was impressed. And at the time, I actually thought I was in love. And then, I think like 1.5 years later, we went to high school. And nothing really happened, per se. We kind of just, we weren't in any classes together, so we started making different friends, and then we stopped walking home together, and then one day we just stopped talking. And it's funny, weird night, but I kind of wish we had.